Good morning, everybody. It's Friday Fun Day. You know why it's Friday Fun Day? Because we get to go treasure hunting. That is the best part of this business. It's the thing we love to do the most. So we always look forward to the days we get to go do some treasure hunting. Today we're going to go to an estate sale out near one of our booths. Our booth collected treasures. So it's out in that area. We've got to stop by that booth. So thought, hey, let's hit this estate sale. We don't typically go to estate sales very often, and we definitely don't go on the first day, and today's the first day. Now this one is with JMS, and sometimes they have their estate sales set up real pretty and everything, and other times they have it set up like a picker's paradise, and today is a picker's paradise type sale. So that's where we find our best deals. So we're gonna go check it out and see if we can find some treasures. So let's go. Okay, we have arrived. Let's go find some treasures. There was a lot of garden items here that I wanted to check out, but we'll go in and sweep the house first and see what's there. Like, I like these little bulbs, these globes. They're $12. Planters, $16, $12. Got a table here. It's 10. I like this. This is 10. This is a nice piece. A nice unique piece. I like that look. That's 38. Stained glass piece. Now this is a live cactus with the planter for 28. And I was looking at this cactus online. It's a nice size. 25 for that cactus. Getting it home might be a challenge. But it's a beautiful prickly pear cactus. And I know how much they cost because I've bought them. So we've got some plants out here. Looks like we've got some stuff up on the... I'm interested in these two items right here. How much is this? 16. And then this little guy is 6. I might get him. And I love that. That's gorgeous. Let's see how much this frog is. See, the turtle is 10. Oh, he's 30. $30 for the frog, and he's got damage. So yeah. I'm not going to do that. Darn. It was pretty cool. 15 for this. Yeah, this is a little bit higher than I like to do. But like I said, sometimes they'll let me do a bundle and get a good deal. But yeah, there's a lot of garden stuff out here. This little mushroom is 8. That's cute.
Okay, great, thank you.
We got some little mushrooms right here. $4. And this gnome and this guy. And we've got some stones back here. $12 a piece on those. Okay, this is definitely something I came down for. They want 200 for that, and 50 for that piece. We got 14 on that. That's gorgeous. I love that. That's a bull. Beautiful. This horse picture down here is 50. 60 on that globe. Some great pieces in here. This is $30 for this piece of artwork. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they were, some of these came.
John, they want to know how much the records are.
They need to come out here with their records.
They need to come.
Banana seat bite. This is so awesome.
Yeah, so
1964. That's great. There's a lot of great stuff in here.
Oh, there's some good records, huh? We can do $5 a record, guys. That's where we're going to be. Bigger buy, better deal. That's what we stop on and get. Did you see the Grateful Dead rock or whatever on there? Oh no, it's this thing here on the wall. Okay. That round one. See it? Oh yeah. That's Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
It's a neat piece.
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm sorry if I stand in the door of somebody's face.
Ooh, this is pretty.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Can we get to real quick?
Come on in.
Ooh, goodness. Get the water out of it. Oh, well. We got here some types of shelves.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at them right.
That's cute.
Oh, I know.
That's 16.
That's fine. Take time.
90 on that. These are what I came for, but that's way outside my reach. Oh, darn. It's got damage. Actually was hoping to get that. It's got too much damage on it. And we have a missing head Buddha. Too bad. Got some lanterns.
It's all foreign anyway. It's still worth money though.
Let's check out this.
Anybody's worth
Some
money.
pottery. 26 on this. Is there any damage? Because that's a good price. I would do that. Got some damage right there. That's a very unique piece. I think we're gonna go for that one. Look at that.
I thought somebody was coming in behind me. I live in a barn or something.
It's 20. Before we get into this video today, I wanted to welcome aboard all of our new subscribers. We've had quite a few new subscribers recently. Thank you for joining us and subscribing. We hope you're enjoying our videos. Wanted to introduce myself. I am Heidi, and my husband's name is Steve, and we are the Weathered Fence Post. We've been doing this for about 8 years. We both have full-time jobs. We work Monday through Thursday at our full-time jobs, and then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we work the Weathered Fence Post. Friday is our Friday fun day because we get to go out and source the items and find the treasures, and then on Saturday and Sunday we price everything, clean it all up, research it out, and get it to the booths. We have 3 different booths locally. One is at Antiques at Gresham Lake in Raleigh, North Carolina. One is at Collected Treasures in Garner, North Carolina. And one is at the Market of Raleigh, and also in Raleigh, North Carolina. On today's video, we went to JMS. I talked about that earlier, and you saw the video. We went to JMS Estate Sales, and like I said, a lot of times that company, you get to do what's more of a picking type of estate sale experience, and I personally like that. It's where we find the best deals, but you do have to move fast when you go to an estate sale because there's a lot of other people there, there's a lot of competition, and you don't really have time to research items out on the fly, so you've got to trust your gut. So you're going to see in this video, I did actually find a piece that unfortunately turned out to be a little bit of a failure for me, but then I also found a treasure. So let's get into the haul, and I'll talk to you about that treasure. Let's get into the haul. Start out with some of the smaller pieces that we found outside in the gardens that were out front. These little mushrooms were adorable, and they're just perfect size to stick in a little garden. You could actually put them inside in a plant if you wanted to also. This is a cute little spike mushroom, ceramic. You could stick him right in the ground. And I really did enjoy hunting this estate sale. The person's estate was full of all kinds of pieces that are right up my alley. They're gardening pieces, they're bohemian pieces, there was artwork, there was a room that had all kinds of albums in it, and it was very busy. So I sent Steve in there. He worked on it a little bit and he came out. It was a smaller home, so it was really crowded. But at any rate, here we go. These little mushrooms. I found this guy outside. He was a carved wooden piece. He looks like maybe he, possibly be drinking a little bit there. But in great condition again for being outside in the garden. This was on the front porch, I believe, where I found it. Little rustic piece. And I think as far as outside, oh, this one right here. Found this Mexican piece of pottery. It had a cactus in it, but the cactus had died. There is one tiny little chip on it. I don't think that's going to affect it too much because it is really neat with the way that it's footed. And I think that was all that was found outside this. Oh yeah, this big piece of this pottery planter. And I really liked the rim of this. I thought that was very unique, and the coloring's nice. Great big piece of pottery planter. Now, when I was walking around on the back porch, I went out there for a plant stand that I thought was out there, and it was damaged, so I didn't get that. But I came across this, and I thought, oh wow, look at that piece of pottery. And I love pottery, so I was pretty excited to find this. And it has the little frogs on it. It has the leaf detail. It looks like a lily pad, actually. I think these are lily pads on it. And I thought that and it's very heavy. And it was kind of sitting on a shelf that was hard for me to reach. Had my camera in my hand. I was filming. So it was hard for me to pick up and look at it. It actually was full of some dirt too, but I liked the drip glaze on it. And I thought, wow, this is a great piece. And they had $26 on it. I only found some small chipping right there on the rim of this lily pad. But the flowers were good, the frogs were good, the mouth was good. So it looked really good. And I thought, man, that is a spectacular piece. That is a great piece of pottery. I really enjoy pottery, so I went with it. Well, I got it home, and when I flipped it over and I was cleaning it, it said made in China. So that was kind of a fail for me, you know, because I did pay the $26 for it. but it still is a gorgeous piece, and I'm sure we will get that back out of it, if not a little bit more for a profit. But I still think it's a really pretty piece for being made in China. I was completely fooled. I thought it was something that was made by a potter, but it's been mass produced. This bird right here, I believe, I wasn't sure if it was the painting on it, if that was Russian, but I looked it up with Google Lens, and Mexican painting was coming up. So I guess this is a little bit like Tanala, but I thought he was a cool bird. He's wooden. This is maybe a little bit of a fail. This is a flashed piece, so all the flashing's coming off. I just really liked the coloring of that and the look of it. It really looked late 60s, early 70s to me. So I went with it. This clock I didn't notice was not working, and after I get it in the car, Steve says, well, we're going to have to fix that clock. And I think this was from the 90s or the late 80s, either late 80s or early 90s. So Steve's going to have to do a little repair on that clock. I'm a little nervous about it because you have to pop this plastic off there. I'm hoping we don't break the little tabs that hold it in place. I really would like to get that fixed. There was some great boho pieces. This is Nataraja, it's called. And this symbolizes, I had to look it up because I don't know enough about it. But this is Shiva. This is Shiva as Lord of Dance, and it combines Shiva's role as the creator, the preserver, and destroyer, and symbolized with the never-ending circle of time. I don't know if this is copper. I started to clean it a little bit, and it looks like maybe it is copper. I didn't want to get into it too much because sometimes it's nice to have the patina the way it is, so I left some of it alone. And this is Lord Ganesha, and he symbolizes, or she, or it symbolizes wisdom, understanding, and a discriminating intellect. And this was on the front door. So I thought, well, it must have been important to the person to have them hanging it right on their front door. So I went ahead and purchased this piece. There were some really nice Van Gogh prints too. We'll get to those. But and then here's a couple Buddhas. This one's a little chalkware piece, an incense burner. And I loved this. This is a plant stand. There were two of these, and I grabbed both of them, and it's always good to make sure you double check your stuff if you have time. It's a little hard in an estate sale, but the second one I grabbed only had two of the legs. It didn't have the third section, so I had to put that back. But I did get the one with the three, and it does hold this nice piece of pottery. There's no markings on the bottom of this pottery, so again, this could be a made in China piece. I don't know, but it looks nice. There were these framed, like I said, framed prints, Van Gogh prints. There's 3 of them. And Steve did pick up Elton John, Chicago, and I think James Taylor is the 3rd album that he did pick up. So here are the other 2 Van Gogh pieces. They're nicely framed. They were in good condition. And here is the treasure of the day. This piece is amazing. It was in the hallway. I didn't get a film of me picking it up because I said estate sales can get a little tricky because you do have to move fast. And I was walking down the hallway towards the bedroom that had the albums, and I just saw this. It jumped out at me. I loved the horse, and it was framed well. So I said, well, let me see. And I took a look at it, and I saw that it was number 15 of 32, and the type of artwork that it was interesting to me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take it. I don't know what the cost is, but I'm going to take a risk on it. It was signed A.B. Snow, and it was called Horse of Another Color. Now the work began. I had to start looking to figure out who was A.B. Snow? So I started doing a Google, and what came up was Alice Betty Mauney Snow. She was born in 1924. She passed in 2003. She lived in Kings Mountain, and she was married to, her husband was in the Air Force. They traveled all over the country, some of the world, and eventually made their way back to the Kings Mountain. And she was not an artist through that time. It wasn't until she returned to North Carolina and in Mount Airy started to take some art lessons. So this is after her children are grown. This is after her husband has traveled with the Air Force. So this is later on in life for her. And when she was in Kings Mountain, she studied under some pretty good artists who helped her with her techniques. And she ended up in 1984, she helped found the Southern Arts Society. So that led me to reaching out to the Southern Arts Society, which I did, and it was incredible. They were very quick to respond. I sent pictures of the piece and asked if it was a piece by her, if they could give me a value on it. That was little Madison sneezing in the background. And they were great. They responded very quickly. They were excited about the piece. They sent me a bunch of attachments and articles about A.B. Snow, and the person that responded personally knew her. So it was a great interaction that we had, and I'm going to be getting back to them because they asked me some more questions about it. But this is a serigraph. That's what it's called, a serigraph. And a serigraph is a high-quality limited edition fine art print made on high-quality absorbent paper in collaboration with the artist and the printer, and the professional printer. And this piece was done with multiple screens, all printed by hand. And they said that this piece is valued at about $180 to $250, depending on the framing and the condition. And it's in excellent condition. So I was very excited about this. I really enjoyed researching it, finding out more about it. I learned about a new way that art is done. I had never heard of a serigraph before, or I've probably encountered them before, but didn't realize it. And now I know what to look for when I'm looking for that, and I know the value of a serigraph. So this was pretty exciting for me. So I have decided that this piece will become part of our personal collection. I do like to collect art, and I'm really excited that this was a piece by a North Carolina artist. I especially like to collect art by a North Carolina artist. So Southern Arts Society, I'm going to put a link in the description below. It's nice what they do. They print calendars every year, and the proceeds from the sales of those calendars go to help with scholarships to high school students at Kings Mountain who want to pursue art. So nice organization that she founded, and I was so excited to find this piece. You can find all of these pieces and more at one of our 3 booths located locally at Antiques at Gresham Lake in Raleigh, North Carolina, at Collected Treasures in Garner, North Carolina, or the Market of Raleigh in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, the market is going to be doing some changing. They're going to be closing down the end of this month. Might be closed for a few months while they make a move, and they're going into a smaller place, so we'll have to see if there's gonna be room for us in there. But for right now, we're still there. We still have lots of great stuff there, so come on down and take a look. At any rate, no matter where you are in the country, go out and find yourself a treasure, put a smile on your face, and happy hunting.